from South India. As you all already know, Akash Agarwal Classes has launched for you all 100% English lectures in English for CMA Foundation students giving their examination in December 2025 and onwards. So here I am going to tell you how do you enroll in the batch. You just have to join our WhatsApp community, which is given in the link. Fill up the Google form again given in the link, and to download our mobile application Akash Agarwal Classes to access the notes. You all know the lectures which we are going to conduct will be 100% covered. There would be no subject which we are not taking care of. So we are going to take care of each and every subject, each and every concept. We are going to take MCQs for you. We are going to provide test papers. We are going to take live mentee sessions as well. Lectures which we are going to take for you all are 100% recorded lectures and not dubbed lectures. And you all know we have exclusive team ready for you all to teach you for your CMA Foundation December 2025 attempt for subject wise as well. And we are uploading the lectures on a weekly basis. All the important links which will be useful to you all are uploaded in the description box. Since we have many students who have cleared CMA examination at all the levels from Akash Agarwal Classes, and to reciprocate the love which we have received from South Indian students, we are here for you all taking lectures 100% in English, so that we can clear your CMA Foundation December 25 attempt together. So keep studying, do watch all the lectures till the end, and do show some love by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and putting up a word in the comment box. Keep studying. Bye-bye.
On a very good evening, guys. Good evening, people. Good evening. So yes, I am CS Kajalande, and I'm back with yet another video of Sources of Law. So as we know, we in the first lecture did so many things regarding how law system, how the legal system was in India before, then how it became when we had the Sultanate period, then how it became when we had the Britishers, then how it became when we finally got independence. Okay, also in the previous lecture, we've spoken about the parliament, we've spoken about the state legislature, and so many other things, guys. Yes, so, if you talk about SOGA, okay, and if you talk about the lectures that you guys have seen of SOGA, okay, we have I think 8 lectures of SOGA uploaded already. So if you talk about them, if you just compare SOGA and you compare these sources, guys, even you know what is easier to study, and you know how you can score maximum marks, okay? So I'm not saying don't watch SOGA, of course watch SOGA. You know how much fun we've had while we've been studying that. But then before that, you need to watch lectures of NEGO, which have already been uploaded. You need to watch lectures of Sources of Law as well. Okay, because it's like 3 lectures and 10 marks. This is the second session that we are doing of sources. After this, we'll be doing a third one, and then sources is done. So 3 sessions and 10 marks, and this session is going to be a very small session. Okay, so it's like 2.5 sessions, and then you have like 10 marks in your hand. So why not? Okay, everyone. So let's talk about introduction of bill. Now, how is a bill introduced, guys, and what is exactly a bill? So see, whenever you want to get a law in the country, okay, whenever you want to establish a particular law in the country, you can't directly get it, right? So before it's called a law, it is called a bill. Okay, so that's how we are going to see. So now see, guys, as you all know, in India, we have different ministries to handle things. Like if we talk, there are n number of ministries. So if we talk about finance ministry, so a finance department is going to take care of it. The people who are experts with it, like for example, your profession people will be a part of finance ministry. Then if we talk about the legal, people like me, company secretaries will be part of the finance, the legal ministry. If we talk about trading, okay, there's so many. Commerce, Ministry of Commerce, again, we are a part of it. If we talk about Ministry of Science and Technology, so the people who are experts in that will be a part of it, right? So we have a number of ministries, and then they know what is required for their particular industry, for their particular field. They know, right? As CMAs, we know what changes we want in our industry, what are the requirements in our industry, we know that, right? So if we talk about introduction of law, so how is exactly a law brought into picture. How exactly a bill becomes a law. So first, guys, there is a proposal. Okay, so a proposal is done by that specific industry. Please listen to this, it's like common sense. You guys will get it very easily. So the specific industry knows that what my specific ministry, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so that ministry knows that what my industry requires. They know what changes I need. Okay, so they, as per that ministry, so as per that, they will bring about a proposal. Now, once a proposal is made up, guys, come on, you know, every time we can't be the only ones to decide. We do need help. We do need advisors. Okay, so they will want to take advice of concerned stakeholders, whoever are concerned with the specific law. Whoever, now, for example, if a law is being made for CMA, so obviously the government, the specific ministry would consult what the opinion of CMAs is. So advice of concerned stakeholders, that will be taken. And how will that be taken? How will we know? Will we in our sleep, will we get a dream that this ministry is preparing a law for us? No, because they will put it on public domain. Like not a gazette, but they will put it on, they will put it in a newspaper, or they will put it on the e-notice board. Okay, like how it can reach people, how it can reach all the stakeholders. So that's how advice of all the concerned stakeholders will be taken when they put it on public domain. Now we will talk about, as I said, the concerned ministry, when you put it on public domain. Now this should be there at least for 30 days. You can't just keep it for like 2 days and you say, okay, fine, I'm done. No, give people time, no, to read it, to give advices. So 30 days is a good enough time period. You give 30 days to people, let them decide, let them give their opinions, the concerned stakeholders, okay. Now, once the opinions comes to you, it's your decision whether you want to take these advices, whether you don't want to consider this. It's totally your decision. Then finally, a draft bill is prepared, okay? Like if you take the recommendations, the draft bill will be prepared accordingly. If you don't take the recommendations, it will be prepared as it is. But then a draft bill is prepared. Who prepares this, guys? Ministry. You can just write it how I'm writing. You can just write it like this. Ministry of Law and Justice. Okay, so Ministry of Law and Justice will prepare this. And of course, the main ministry, the specific ministry has more inputs. The Ministry of Law and Justice will just have a legal language to it. It will just have a legal angle to it. Okay, now once. Okay, once. Hello, yes, you all can hear me. Now, once the Ministry of Law and Justice prepares this draft bill, of course, this will be given to the houses for discussion, okay? Now, it's given to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now, these two houses will scrutinize this. Now, if we talk about, see, there are two types of bill, money bills, non-money bills, there are also financial bills. But now we are talking about a general bills, okay? So, if, for example, the bill is introduced in Lok Sabha, okay? It's introduced here in Lok Sabha. And it is then forwarded to Rajya Sabha. And the bill here is rejected. For example, the bill has to be approved, okay? First, let me explain you that. Provision. So yes, it was introduced in Lok Sabha, okay? After which it was sent to Rajya Sabha. Now, Rajya Sabha gave its recommendations. Recommendations, as in they suggested certain changes, and then they gave back the bill to Lok Sabha. Clear, everyone? Now, once they gave the recommendations, once they gave in the changes, in this situation, the Lok Sabha can decide if you want to put in the recommendations or you don't want to put in the recommendations. And then they can decide about how to go further with this bill. Okay, so see, like let's start from the start. So there was a specific ministry. The bill was introduced by them. The concerned stakeholders' advice was taken because this proposal was kept in public domain for 30 days. Then the Ministry of Law and Justice gave it a legal angle and prepared a draft bill. And then it was presented in the houses. It was presented in the parliament. Got it, everyone? Anybody, any doubts till now? Easy? As I said, this is going to be a short and sweet session, and it's going to be more procedural. Now, guys, if I tell you, in your module, we just have that in case of money bill, or in case of financial bills, or in case of any other bill, a scrutiny is done, a discussion is done, round of debates is done, and then finally it becomes a law after taking a number of months of discussion. It's given it's given that in that short way. Okay, so now the thing that I'm writing, I'm giving you the details how exactly a bill is passed. So once you watch this, you'll get to know, and you won't need to read anything from anywhere else. Just watch this chart that we are doing. Okay, now see, now what exactly the difference is, there is an ordinary bill, okay, and then there is a money bill. So first I will explain what these terms are. Remember guys, money bill, it can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. Okay, ordinary bill can be introduced either in Lok Sabha or in Rajya Sabha. It's absolutely fine. But money bill can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. Okay, so now we are talking about the normal bills. Now, for example, it was introduced in Lok Sabha. It has been passed by Lok Sabha. And then it went to Rajya Sabha, and Rajya Sabha rejected this bill. We are not talking about money bill. We are talking about a normal bill. Rajya Sabha rejected this bill. Ki, I don't want it. Number one. Or else, Lok Sabha introduced a bill. It had certain points in it. Rajya Sabha had certain points in it. And both of them do not agree to the common points. Both of them are not coming on common grounds. Or else, the bill was passed by Lok Sabha and it was given to Rajya Sabha. And in Rajya Sabha, it's been there since 6 months. But there is no action been taken. In such three situations, guys, there will be called a joint sitting then. Joint sitting means both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha will sit together and they will decide what to do next. Now, when is the joint sitting done? As I told you, three cases. Number one case, guys, passed by one house, rejected by another. Rejected by another house. The second one would be both the houses disagree on amendments. And third one is more than 6 months elapsed and the bill is pending in the other house. Nothing has been done. In these three cases, a joint sitting will be called. Who will call the joint sitting? In our previous lecture, guys, in our previous lecture, we already saw the parliament comprises of three. President, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. So when there is a fight, when there is a tussle between Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, who will come to solve it? Mr. President. Yes, so he will call a joint sitting for both of them. But as I said, guys, this will not apply to money bill. Okay? Now, next, once this joint sitting is done, obviously, the conclusion will be arrived. Okay? In the joint sitting, the majority, how will the conclusion arrive? Majority of people present and voting, whatever they say will be the decision. Okay? Again, if the bill was passed by one house, okay, it was not passed by another, or the amendments were not accepted, or more than 6 months had been elapsed. In such cases, joint sitting was called. The majority was deciding what to be done. Okay, once majority, whatever they pass, that has to be final, with or without amendments, that has to be final. Okay, now we will talk about, this is for ordinary bills. Got it, guys? This is for ordinary bills. Once the bill is passed to one house, for example, the Ministry of Law and Justice has prepared a draft bill, then it was passed to Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha approved it and it got passed to Rajya Sabha. And then Rajya Sabha couldn't approve. If Rajya Sabha also approved it, great. Then it will pass to the President. President will sign it, done deal. The law has come into the picture. But if the Lok Sabha passes it, it sends to the Rajya Sabha and Rajya Sabha does not agree to it, or vice versa. Then this joint sitting is done. By whom it is called? It's called by the President. Okay, and this is applicable in case of ordinary bills or money bill. As I said, ordinary bills. Yes, now we will see the process in case of money bills. Money bills, guys, as I said, only and only and only and only Lok Sabha can introduce it. Only and only and only Lok Sabha can introduce it. Okay, everybody. So money bill can be introduced only in Lok Sabha. It will not be introduced in Council of States. It will not be introduced in Rajya Sabha. So once the Lok Sabha introduces this money bill, they will send it to Rajya Sabha. Okay, they will. Now I'm writing RS. Now you guys are smart enough to understand what RS is. It's Rajya Sabha. Then they will send it to Rajya Sabha. Okay, and Rajya Sabha has to return the bill to the Lok Sabha with its recommendations. If they want any recommendations, they can. If they don't want any changes, fine, it's okay. Okay, but this should be done within a period of 14 days. Got it? How many days? 14 days. Now, it depends on the Lok Sabha that whatever recommendations the Rajya Sabha has given, it depends on Lok Sabha. It can either accept it or it can either, yes, it can either accept it or it can either reject it. So the recommendations given by Rajya Sabha can either be accepted or they can be rejected. Now what if they are rejected, ma'am? If they are rejected, doesn't matter. Whatever the Lok Sabha says will be final. If they are accepted, great. Okay. What if, ma'am, Lok Sabha sends a bill to Rajya Sabha? Guys, getting it? Okay. Lok Sabha sends a bill to Rajya Sabha. And Rajya Sabha has just kept the bill with themselves. They don't do anything. Okay, after 14 days, we'll be like, Rajya Sabha has accepted it. It's deemed to be accepted. Okay, so now you guys must have realized who is more important here, Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha? Lok Sabha. Clear, everyone? The House of People is more important here. In case of money bills, they can deny, they can outright reject what Rajya Sabha is saying. It's absolutely fine in case of money bills. In case of ordinary bills, a joint sitting will be done by the president. Understood, everybody? Understood, everybody? Okay, so in case of money bill, Lok Sabha will introduce it. It will pass it to the Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha will recommend, give recommendations within 14 days. Lok Sabha can accept it, can reject it. It's his choice. They can pass it without accepting the recommendations as it is. So, ma'am, giving this bill to Rajya Sabha is a mere formality. Yes, I agree. I agree. It's a mere formality. Okay. And what if, ma'am, Rajya Sabha doesn't give the bill back only, doesn't approve, reject, nothing? So after 14 days, we will assume it as deemed acceptance. And last but not the least, guys, last but not the least, we will require the sign of president. So now assume that Lok Sabha has also passed it, Rajya Sabha has also passed it. Now it will go to the president for his signature. Now, if it is an ordinary bill, see, that's the reason I explained you these two bills initially. First, we spoke about this. Okay. Yes. So, if it is an ordinary bill, if it is a money bill, it's obvious, guys. Now, what is money bill? Money bill deals with financial matters, strictly financial matters. Like if we talk about, example, tax, example, how much the government can fund, they can spend. So these are the money bills. Okay, so they are of course important. Finance matters. Pesa, money, 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 money. Of course, that is the most important thing. Yes, everybody. Okay, so if we talk about ordinary bills, so the ordinary bills, first they are approved by Lok Sabha, then they are approved by Rajya Sabha. Okay, as soon as they are approved by both the houses, they are sent to the president for his assent, his signature. Okay, now, yes, so Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, the ordinary bill introduced here. Now, the ordinary bill has been passed by them. Now, in case of ordinary bill, when they send it to the president, so the president can say, you know what, I'm giving it back. I have certain recommendations. I have certain suggestions. Please consider. The Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha will look at the president's recommendations and then they will send it back to the president. Correct? It's an ordinary bill. Please remember, it's an ordinary bill. The Lok Sabha will, the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, they will send it back. Now they can send it back with or without acceptance of recommendations. So they can send it back as it is, or they can accept the recommendations that the president had given. Now the second time, this they are sending it for the second time, right? For the first time they sent was when Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha had approved it. They sent it to the president. That was the first time. So the president gave certain suggestions and he sent it back. Now the Lok Sabha is reading the suggestions of the president. He doesn't like it. No. They're sending it back. Approve. Now the president will have to approve this. They will have to approve it for the second time. With or without recommendations, even if the Lok Sabha has not accepted your recommendations as a president, you will still have to approve it. You just have to sign, formality. And next is money bill. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha approved it. They send the money bill to the president for his assent. He has to sign it, has to approve it. There's no other option. He cannot give any recommendations and he cannot send it back. Sorry, not asked for, not invited. Did we ask for your recommendation? Did we ask for your recommendation? Did we ask for your suggestion? No, we've given it to you just because you're the president, so sign it. That's it. So he has to sign it and it's done. Yes. Now, Lok Sabha has approved it. Lok Sabha approved it. Rajya Sabha approved it. President approved it. Finally, this bill, all this while it was being called a bill. Once published now it will be published in the official gazette by Ministry of Law and Justice, and it will become a law. Law that has been taught by C.S. Kajalani to my dearest CMA South Indian aspirants. Got it, everyone? So that's how a bill becomes law. Long process. Hai na? In your modules, guys, it's just simply given long debates and discussions and scrutinies, and it takes months and months. It's given that way. But here, it's simple. Clear, everyone? Yes, guys? Okay. So I have given you the details of how a law is made. I have given you the details. Okay. Here it's just given in 1 or 2 lines or in 1 or 2 paragraphs. I have given you in details. Nothing other than this can be asked. Nothing beyond this can be asked. I promise. Nothing beyond this will be asked. Okay. So that's what I'm saying again and again. Watch these lectures twice or thrice. You don't have to self-study. Okay, now this legal methods and court system in India, we will be doing in the 3rd session. Right now, we will be covering your 1.4 unit, the last unit, that is primary and subordinate legislation. Very easy, guys, very easy. This is hardly a 10-minute topic. Primary and subordinate legislation, barely a 10-minute topic, okay? Now, yes, people. So, as I was saying, primary and subordinate legislation. Now, let's talk about primary legislation. So, primary legislation we know, okay, is the laws, right? Now, if we talk about the primary legislation means the acts, the enactments, okay, the laws that are passed by Parliament or state legislature. Correct, guys? So these are the acts that are passed by the Parliament or state legislature. See, initially in the previous lecture, remember, no, in the first, yes, in the previous session. In the previous session, I told you details about what exactly Parliament is, what exactly state legislature is. So when an act comes from a Parliament or when an act comes from a state legislature, it is called a primary legislation. Why? Why primary? Primary is the most important thing. The Constitution. The Constitution is given rights. Remember article numbers also I had written in the previous session. Please in the comment section tell me what are the articles. Okay, see, for state legislature it was article 168, for Parliament it was article 79. So these two articles in the Constitution have given an authority to the parliament, they have given an authority to the state legislature that whatever it is, you take decisions for the particular state. Whatever it is, you take decisions for the union. Correct? So, if the constitution has given these parts, what can be more primary than this? So, this is primary legislature. Okay? Now, what is a subordinate legislation? Now, see. Now, an act is passed. For example, Act XYZ. Okay? This act is passed by the parliament. Now, the parliament people, they are sitting in AC. They are sitting in a room that has no problems, that has no issues, that has good Wi-Fi, that has good AC. Everything is there. Do they understand the problems that happen on the field? Will they understand it? No, right? So, the people who actually do the groundwork, if you see in your modules, it's given here, okay, in the secondary legislation, the people, see the legislature, they will authorize someone that this is an act, go implement it. Go implement it. This is your act, this is your law. Now go and implement it. Got it? Now when somebody is, like for example, when the president says that, okay, you know what, you need to just go and let's consider when the state legislature. When the state legislature says, okay, this is a law, you need to just go and you need to implement this particular law. They have said it sitting in their AC parliaments, they have said it sitting in their state legislature. Now we as a ministry or we as a particular executive people, executive as in the people who implement laws, okay? So we need to implement it. We know the problems that happen on the ground level. They don't know the problems that happen on the ground level. Correct, guys? So we, who are the executive, who are actually implementing these kind of laws, we say, okay, fine. To implement these laws, we need to make certain laws under your law only. Okay, remember, whatever the law, primary legislation has made, this Act XYZ, under this Act only I will make 2-3 laws. Why? So that I can implement this particular Act. So these laws, the 2-3 small little laws that are made under the main law, this is known as subordinate legislation. Clear everyone, clear everyone, clear everyone. Okay, this is important guys because see there is a case law here that spoke about delegated legislation. See if you can see the Gwalior Rayon Mills. Okay, this is an important case law. They spoke that the legislature will decide whatever they want sitting in their AC parliaments and in their state legislatures, and the parliament can decide whatever they want. But the executive who implements these laws, it's difficult for them. Okay, so we need certain flexibility. So we need a delegated legislation. Like once a legislature decides on a particular act, the executive to whom this is delegated, that go do this particular thing, they know the field issues. So accordingly, they will make small little laws, 2-3 laws, because practically it's necessary. Practically is important. So you can't just have the law making authority to yourself. Delegate it to the executive. This is known as delegated legislation. And this was of course done in the Gwalior Rayon case law. This was declared and this came up in the picture. Okay, now subordinate legislation, the main legislation, whatever is decided, the subordinates, the executive, whatever they decide, cannot go beyond the main legislation. You are making these subordinate legislations. We are authorizing the executive to make small little laws so that you all can implement my main law. Right? If you implement my main law, for that you're creating small little laws because you're subordinate to me. So subordinate legislation. So if you're creating small little laws, it's okay. It's fine. But you cannot go beyond my main law. Right, people? Yes. And last is, of course, the local governance. Ma'am, what happens if this subordinate legislation goes beyond this or goes opposite to this? It will be invalid straight away. Subordinate legislation will be straight away invalid. So in short guys, subordinate legislation, this is a legislation that is made by a junior authority. Correct guys? The ones who are implementing the legislation that has been made by the primary people. Clear, everyone? So see, primary legislation that is made by the parliament or that is made by the state legislature. Then the authorities that are subordinate to them, the executive, who are actually going to implement these laws that are made by them. They will make subordinate legislation so that practically it's easier for them to operate. Because practically, sitting in AC offices, you cannot predict what happens on the field. So practically, it is easier for them to operate. So we have given them the authority, make small little laws. Now, these small little laws cannot go beyond the main act, because these are made to make the main act implementation easier. Clear, everybody? Delegated legislation, which was given in the act of the Gwalior case. I told you all, the case law. And last is the local governance. So if we talk about local governance, we have panchayats. Panchayats is at village levels. And for cities, we have I don't know why my eraser is not working today. Oh, it is. This is happening automatic. Municipality. Okay, so for panchayats, we have, in villages, we have panchayats, and otherwise for cities, we have municipalities. So now for municipalities, so panchayats, as I said, it's part 9, and for municipalities, yes, it's part 9A. This is for Indian Constitution itself, okay? So in panchayats, part 9 talks about the local governance. Like the panchayats will decide what happens in their village. Municipalities will make law for their specific municipal area. Okay, as for part 9A. That's it, guys. So that's all about primary and subordinate legislation. Anybody any doubts? Anybody any doubts? Guys, I hope it's clear. Yes, now only one part of sources of law is remaining that we will be covering in the third session. As I told you, the first session was like it made everything crystal clear. The second session I told you is going to be a small little session. And now the third session, and then we will be done with sources. So 2.5 hours, guys, 2.5 sessions literally, and you get done with sources. So do some smart studies. We don't have to do donkey work. We have to do smart work. So go watch Nego first, finish that, then watch sources. Okay, and then watch Hoga. Okay, everybody. So thank you so much, my darling CMA Foundation South Indian aspirants. It's lovely being here for y'all. Lovely. Okay, so yes, guys, thank you so much. I will see you all in the next session, and we will be doing this part 1.3. Okay, till then, everybody, take care of yourself. I am CS Kajlande signing off, and I will see you guys in the next session. Thank you so much. Take care, stay safe. Bye bye.